that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that much. I need to lower it on my end. Yeah, you get your lurks. Because I've got my camera inside the ring light so we can be properly illuminated. Right? Okay. These monitors are like way up. So I didn't realize, like, focusing on things, how high up my eyes need to go. Because these monitors are actually above my eye level. It's really nice. It's actually convenient. Oh, I just sent a sentence with like a triple negative. That's I'm sorry, Sunny Boy 93. That's enough about. Yeah, it's enough Sunny Boy 93 for now. We can let this video game go, you know? We potentially adjust the screen. It's not the sun rising, but our sins. Okay. Because I need to know, is my face in the way of anything? So, what was that? Oh, nothing good. Absolutely nothing good going on there. I claim you, grievous miracle. Alright. I'll make your chest hurt, alright. Oh, she just impaled herself. Oh. No, didn't impale herself, just smacked that ass like a drum. Yeah, there's the impale. And that was like the whole rectangle. Oh! Vibrating control. Oh! And that petrifies nuns. It's a little known nun fact. Nuns actually get petrified. Wait. The sword in the stone? Sure.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and
Every pain of the soul grow visibly and tangibly manifested and everywhere and in all of us.
Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace.
Sometimes in the form of punishment and corruption. We do a little grace. Pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unwrap, was called the miracle. Got it. Some lore. I love lore. Can we skip the lore though? More vibrations. Ooh. A little cone head. Yep. I've seen this man before. Because that should be our protagonist. Right? If I know Catholic themed Metroidvanias, it'll be to Rise. Cool. Press LB to one of the ability flasks. Recover vitality. These consecrated flasks are refilled. Kneeling in a pre-do. Got it. We got our juice. Oh, we had to. That's good. That's good game design. You had to drink juice to reanimate. You don't just spawn. You chug some mochi. Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess I need to mute it a little bit. when it's music, because music is really loud, but this game is relatively normal, right? So like it's just soft footsteps. Hey, 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 hey. That's a coyote. Bless me. That's coyote. Coyote time, that's what I'm thinking of. That's the word. Get smashed with our sword. Wide arrest. Got it. We have bonfire. Oh, that's cool. Ash, seek ember. Fire goes out. Hello. Shadows. Okay. Oh. Juddy, our first time viewer, Juddy Buddy 69. Yeah, Juds. We're doing a little heresy against the church. You know how it is. All goes things on the other side of the planet. Let's get here. Warm summer weather billowing in. Oh, that's a lot of blood. Oh, he's gonna put that hat. Yeah. Puts the hat back on. We're big chillin', you know. Taught school again today, and those kids are, it does say first time viewer on my side. I don't know if it reset. Because, like, I feel like you've definitely been here before. Maybe you're just mute. Up next. Oh. You can... Got it. I don't know, because that's... Yeah, key. Got it. I know you've been here. We haven't been Jedless this whole time. I refuse to believe.
Be the heart, penitent one.
Regretful be the heart, penitent
The
one.
anguish of the eldest brother has now come.
Teach some kids, I. You tell them about the proletariat. You goddamn right I did.
I am
Today it was Roman history. That's more of a white supremacist thing, where it's like, the only history worth knowing is the white man. All the time. What happened in India? Don't worry about it.
Of mothers of the
that was definitely the English class I was teaching. It's like, hey, we're gonna read a short story about a satirical interpretation of the Argentinian dictatorship. And here's why.
However, what I do know is that
a dictator.
According to the rules,
right? Cool. Everyone on the same page.
3 humiliations to gain act. One of them must be
on the
performed in the high mountains.
JROTC kids who are like military for children.
Take
like,
this thorn,
yeah, whatever, man. I don't see anything wrong.
Of your soul.
So you teaching the kids about the Greeks and just a subtle stranger danger PSA? I mean, yes.
That will...
I assume you're... Hey, we got Thorn. We have an inventory? I just got a Thorn. I assume that's an allusion to the Greeks having sex with boys. Like that's... Yeah. But it's not... It blew up like a lamp. That's clearly not a lamp. What do you do? Oh, we can parry attack. Heartbeat, a parry. Alright. Game's easy. Game's easy if we can just parry. Hit me. Hit me. Okay. Our parry window's not as big as it looks like. Goodbye. Don't worry, Kyle. I'll learn about the CBT when they get in college like we all did. Right? I mean, who doesn't do a little hazing when they first join the frat? Sure. You know, that's like the first thing you get to your dorm, you do a little ball stomping. Did I have like a score on the right side? A little bit of CBT with the boys, you know how it be. As wise milkman once said, spread them. Aw, man. There's gonna be some little shit in this mud. Just a little bit of CBT though. What's do I want this? I've acquired the weird. I don't. Just gotta. Oh. Speaking of stomping on balls, a song that fills the air with festivities of the Lost Village. Its power finds its way through the floor, continues through the walls. Whether in the rain, sun, or wind, may this land blessed be. Whether waking or in deep sleep, this land blessed be. Whether by day or in obscurity, may this land blessed be. That can't be the prayer. Not once does it mention torture of cock and ball. So, LT? Well, if you insist, what's burger? Oh, that's neat. That's good. I like that. Hello, cat. I don't just even see you. There we go. There's a cat there. Well, goodbye then. There was a cat. This game didn't include CBT mechanic. Refund. I wish you are back. Are you gonna stay back? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Right. Sorry, there's a ring light right here my camera sits on. I assure you there's a cat. Can you make 2 steps forward so you're in frame? There you go. Good shots. Little kitty. Like the cat. You are a good kitten. I know. The light's gonna be on for a couple hours here. I know you like sleeping at night. Pretty pro cat shots. I recall. Remember the VCs? Yeah, what's this on your face, cat? No, hold still, I'm gonna get it. I know. But there's something on your face. You shouldn't keep things on your face. Remember those late nights, early mornings in VC? Every meow and again we'd hop on with the cat. You just fucking lose it. Why do you back away, cat? Yeah, just well it is put you in frame. Here. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm gonna set the camera up. You hear? Okay. Man. Just need like one more up. Hey, there we go. Here's the cat cam. I had another cam that'd show you how this cam is resting, but it's pretty precarious, I will say. I can assure you it's not how it should be. It's not a secure, definitely not a secure place to keep a $100 piece of equipment. Yeah, I'm easily videoed. double jump. How are we gonna... No, we can't. I was gonna say, I wonder if we have to swing down and pogo off the dude down there, but no. We just get to relax in the cat can. Oh, there's flies on that corpse, that's good. That's good build building right there. Okay, we can't make the jump back up because we're down, stuck in the mud. Got it. Okay, we don't have as much drink as I'd like. We can pull up, okay. Alrighty, we're good. We can get back here. Actually, grab the ledge. Grab the ledge. But I can... Oh man. Where's my secret video game? That's the secret. You just have to get done. We got the clavicle of Dalsine. Sure, I'll pick up bones I find. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. I wanted to give you a little holy smite. That's enough. Undead. Wish I had a secret video game. You do have a secret video game, don't you worry, Jux. So secret they didn't tell you about it, but you have it. The old Shedatron 2000. You could just make a video game. You're a big IT guy now. You can put code into computer. So these guys just keep crawling. Got it. RT and X in the air after... Okay. So that's what we were supposed to do. We are supposed to pogo off them. There's RT and X. For aerial. And we saved the cherub. That's good. The children of moonlight. Goodbye, cat. Where you going? Just on the floor somewhere? Okay. Goodbye then. I'll let you do cat things. Just play busy. You gotta reconfigure that. Nice. Can't look at me. It's all right into your soul. Good kids like that. Careless cat. There. There. Also look at this message because I'm pretty sure I know what that is. And look at this message because I'm pretty sure I know what that is. And we look at nothing else because we already looked at Jetty's message and Jetty's doing well. You're schmoving. You're cruising. Because I assume at this hour, isn't it? We're like 11 hours off. You're at normal regular people time. Kitten does that. Get the approval of the cat. It's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. I wanted television. That's what it be. Next cat. Where'd you go? Oh well. Bye you. Weird health balancing where they still require a hit even if you on to the next screen.
There is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those
green, no one
who
comes to
wait
relieve you. No one takes off the chastity cage. There you are. Now, go in the living room then, Cat. Keep combing, but no one... Oh. Comes to stop the comb range. Map. Got it. We'll sit at the bonfire. Where they work Snow Baker, eating dinner with his family like a responsible gentleman. I got these guys just eating.
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one.
What in Sam?
Welcome to Albero.
Oh, God.
Sanctuary to this humble brother.
They're
Few
medics.
remain here who can still. There are few. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection.
Devout kiss our homies
Thus
goodnight.
we
That's what we
and
do.
they remain at the time outside these. But if your penance, the will in the miracle.
Yeah, right. You healing kisses. We have the dove skull. Sure. Equip rosary beads in your rosary to improve the characteristics of the penitent one. Find additional knots. Nice. To increase the number of beads you can equip. We'll equip a dove skull to strengthen our defenses. Okay. Oh, we just have the thorn. We can't. Oh, because the thorn's a quest. Got it. We have our prayers, and the skill tree isn't open yet, but it will be. We have our clavicle of Dalsheim, the school child. They searched for him for days until they found Mark's remains in the woods. Since then, rumors tell of demons riding on the backs of flying goats coming from faraway lands. I regret picking up those bones. Okay. Okay, so there's clearly no floor, and I need to switch this on somehow, right? Like, if I just jump, I'm gonna die. There's no way I don't die if I just... Even if I jump, then... Ah. Okay.
Thou hast called upon the witch of the order of true shrine.
Certainly
In
good
this
design.
place,
We gather the remains of those separated, forgotten, so we can grant fully bearable, charitable people who prescribe it. Help us these boys and fools, all penitent one in silence, the order blesses you. Yep. If you say it, I'll put them back in the ground. What was underneath? Oh, it's just more dying people. And we can't drop through that floor. There are more. Oh, there are so many dying people. That's kind of grotesque. Oh, balls. It's gonna be this style map where you don't just go in one direction. Weird. Dying people's pretty much.
Carried the painful guilt in
Ensemble
your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our
It's
burden.
definitely a video game where you just go all over and have no idea what's going
Lend
on.
it to us and wipe away our tears.
I don't know if I want to wipe away those tears. They can...
Of penitence.
Okay. We have a bloody blade now. That's metal. That's good. That's the virtue of mea culpa hath ascended. At the mea culpa shrines, we can increase the power of our sword and also spend tears of atonement to unlock combat techniques. I don't know what's going on anymore. What's the difference with a video game? Look, just because there's a virulent plague outside, slaughtering thousands, millions, we're at like hundreds of millions now. Like everyone just dies. Doesn't? Oh, cat. It's actually normal and not like the video games. So just throw me in the trash. You're garbage? You're not garbage. You're a cherished individual with morals, goals, and ambitions. You have skills, you have talent, at the very least musical ability. Alright, then what if we slide into it? There's like my one other move. If we want to shuffle, just kick it with my foot. Just my foot? Stream's too optimistic. Please berate me. No. You get nothing but good vibes, happy times. You have to suffer through this life, knowing that you have value. You mean something. You mean something to someone, Chuck. You mean something to me. Wherever my eyes are going, because I can't focus on the bright light, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. We're putting down our homies, like Phalanx of Brennan, the Gravedigger. Weird. Make cog cheap. Do it. Don't think you won't. You know what I have? Just some plus. We have our own little plus emotes. There's actually a whole debacle with the original RNG blessed guy. Though he's like, I want to say, brutally abused his girlfriend. Oh no, did I not parry? That's it. I'm getting a beer. Good, you earned it. You deserve it. Nice little shot. Alright, that corpse on a stake definitely had blood. Right, what? 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 Alright, they're just gonna keep checking skulls. I'm out. They kill you, right? Yeah, they just die. We juice up a little bit, you know how it'd be. Your chug jug. Instead of a chug jug, it's a jed jug. Is that enough syllables to make a poem? Self-insertion, a little self-relation. Oh, you can decapitate them even after them. So the bodies take up here aren't dead until you kill them. Okay, that's not good. Not jumping in that. Chug jug, my favorite. It's bad. We'll just trust that it was gonna be for real. Could have a beer. Not right, Dad. Just get your beer and come back. The corner store's not that far away. Where have you been all these years? Oh, I can't roll through that, man. Okay. Never mind. Life is difficult if we can't roll through them. Please. I just jumped. Oh. Okay, I guess we just parry you and that's the game. That's a good game. I like this game. I can jump over. But wait, what? Can't use your fervor because it'll just shield it. Okay. Glad I know how to parry in video games. This could be real hard. You just have a hitbox? What? Absolute Garbage. Oh, that's a lot now. Okay, maybe we know how to parry sometimes. Every now and again. Yeah, that's what I thought. You hide secrets from me. You cannot hide the phalanx of Arthur the Sailor. No, right? There's a phalanx. That's not a bone. That's a. What's in this door? Phalanx is a group of. Okay. Okay, this was the spiky one. That's why we couldn't go down there. But we can go that way and we can go this way. So let's try it this way first and double back on ourselves. Okay. So we just have to like land on top of them so that they can't turn around. Oh, never mind. Fucked up. Bears ain't even cold. No. Tell me that ain't so. Say fate worse than death. This door doesn't open from this side. Threw one in the freezer and four in the fridge. Aye. That's good way to use first glasses. You best be careful with that. Keep an eye on this. Lose the beer in the freezer and it's gone. Oh no. Oh no. I want absolutely no part of this. I was doing the aerial, right? Okay. That's an enemy design. Can I have this? Oh, and this is where I got the uvula proclamation. That's where those spikes led. Spikes led to the uvula. Okay. The spikes don't lead back to that door. That door stays closed forever. Yeah. I see you in the doorway, kid. I don't want to complain polite. Accidentally roll instead of parry. I was gonna say, you're super dead. Not you, Jets, you just got the beer out. Can't be sloshed yet. Stop throwing skulls, you weird. Go. The Capitated Barak the Herald. Never heard of that name before in my life. Yeah, however, about out of drink. Definitely. No. You can make that? Why? Save the baby. Wish I was sloshed. God, my life. Why does that just... Sure. I'm gonna go sit at a shrine. I'm gonna get a little bonfire. Bonfire. Mud and sticks. Country back roads that have grown hicks. We haven't set this whole time. I don't know if we were getting close to another bonfire. It's not like I missed a bonfire, right? We're just taking damage from doing dumb things. We do a little exploring, rolling around. We're not getting sloshed because I have to teach children in the morning. Can't get absolutely destroyed out of our mind. We're a responsible adult. El perro? El perro? You weren't here before, puppy. We could... I'm gonna move my camera here. Okay. I need you to... I... There's a dog. And you can pet the dog. You can just pet him. That's what you can do. Look at him go. Dog. Actually, I'm gonna take me. I'm gonna do the absolute worst thing possible. Just center myself way up here. Because a lot of the times you don't need what's up top. Like, it's this cool cinematic background, which is great. You love to see it. But Pero, actually, I'm not happy with it yet. Because we're going to take this game capture. We're going to take its opacity and lower it a little bit. Lower the opacity. I know there's Sand River, but I want... Alright. Do we want these mountains? Or do we want vapor loops? Oh, I picked vapor loop. I wish I could center myself. You can. You can find your spiritual center within. You have to look deep inside the gem. Right where the spoons cross. Dead center right under your xiphoid process. You have to find the spiritual center to it all. That's what. You just gotta plant yourself. You can find your center. I believe in you, chance. The center could very well be this dog. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep paper loops on just because I like it. Until it gets old. Wait, I didn't have this much health before. Did petting the dog heal me? There's dog. Thank you for your service,
In
little
this
dog.
place, we gather the helpless.
Yeah. Can I see inside your building? You're just gonna tell me about it. Did petting the dog heal my soul? Can you heal the sick?
Time outside. But if your penance sorrow,
You don't heal the sick. This fountain didn't do anything but the shrine. Here we are. We do a little sitting at the bonfire. Alright, I take it back. I'm already tired of vapor loops. Oh. I didn't select it before, I just... Hello, cat. You gonna stay in my lap? Yeah. You gonna stay in my lap? Is that where you're gonna be? Where are you going? Because you're going to the very edge of my lap, like you want to jump off. You gonna sit down? You have my attention. But we can't turn off the light. You know we can't. You know why? Don't tell me like you don't know why. Because if I turn off the lights, Jody can't see me, and Jody can't see you. Jody can just see your asshole, and that's beautiful. That's what you want to put on the internet. What is this? OnlyFans? Only cats. That's a market. Like, why isn't there an OnlyFans for cats where you just throw up pictures of cats? Like that could be something, kitten. And yes, it could. And like, because there's already free cat pictures online, so it's not like you're missing out on anything. You're just monetizing existing content. You gonna go on the desk again? You gonna hang around? Yeah, you gonna hang around this time? Or you just gonna vamos? Oh, man, I want like one more thing on my desk. So all I need is just one more object to balance. Yeah, here's a cat. You goddamn kitty. I mean, you can find them. Cause I imagine like a few months it's gonna be late summer there, and late summer is when you have the camp breeding season. You get all the feral cats in heat. It's a good kitty cat. Cat cam works for good kitties. Yeah, Alice is a good kitty like that. Cause you missed the beginning of the game where we learned how to get good. Oh, that's a hitbox if you just walk in. That's also a hitbox if you just walk into them. You did miss the part where we just get good. I can't really adjust my camera anymore. There we go. There's the cat in frame. Wow. The knockback doesn't set me off. Good. The knockback only pushes me back. Goodbye, cat. Where you go? You're already out of sight. I don't know where you go. Dead, your table down. Understand. How do you just disappear? Yeah. Commissioner Gordon's thanking the Batman. He just poof. They stop animating him like this. Right? That's gotta be what happened. It's not like someone ceases to exist. We got the berries. We got the berries. We got the moves. We got the swagger. At the very least, have a cat. That's good. We got Jetty hang around. Judge, Baker, Baker, Judge. My Rockstar friend and my friend who plays Dungeons and Dragons, so that's pretty much Rockstar material. Slit the throats of the corpses, as you do. Do a little corpse throat slitting. I'm just gonna jump. I don't particularly care for most of you. All I see is some beautifully painted walls. Excellent. Because I did reduce the opacity of the actual game to get that full vaporwave. I don't know if that's a good idea. I may wish to increase the opacity just a little bit more. Just a skosh. Or what if we... I'm gonna play with this. What if we chroma key out? I don't want to chroma key the green. I want to chroma key the black. Ooh, that's a little too much chroma. Can I go lower? Like, I need... Because, like, this clearly isn't going to do. This isn't going to do. What if we... You know what I'm thinking? Let's go 111 instead. Is that? No, that's still a little too. Let me crank it up to like 555. It's hexadecimal, so it's in the middle of hexadecimal. It's 16, so 8? 8? 8's not enough. I want just like some of it, you know? We want some of it to bleed through. About like that? How's that do for us? How does that do for us? Or like the platforms to be gone. That's the fact. I think I like that. We can live with that. What's behind door number 1? Ah! 2 fairy gods. Oh, I can fight me. You don't have to fight them at all. I feel like we want to go out those doors. One of them, all of them? Like there's so many doors. This is where the olive trees wither. Got it. Oh, we can wall jump? Sick. Oh, we can stake ourselves with our sword. That's cool. That's neat. That's interesting. It's a bell, like in Dark
Contrite and
Souls.
humiliated me the heart, penitent one in silence, you stand before what remains of Gemino. Oh, do not fret. Perhaps the miracle were promised lent me ask of you the favor
I'm
of
gonna worry
breathing
about you, champ.
a few drops
You're
of the
having a rough
oils
day.
that once came
You're not
out
in the
of
best
these
of
icy
places.
olive trees. As my last, take this.
I will acquire
let my
some
numbed
sun
arm
for you.
become another branch of this withered olive tree. Hurry up.
Sure, buddy. I will perform this quest for you. Go. Yeah, just don't ever die. Let's go throw this in the book. Oh, instant death from falls. Got it. It's new. It's interesting. Did you know you could dodge? Assume there was something down here. The radius of Helzer the poet. That's good. So the radius is what? One of the leg bones there? So you have part of their lower leg? That's what you want. Oh, we can just reabsorb our guilt. Got it. Did we lose something from dying? I'll be taking the incense garlic. Of course, everyone knows about the cave garlic. Everybody knows about cave garlic. Frankly, that's why I picked this game up, for the cave garlic. Ow. I don't know if I enjoy freeing the souls of the damned like that. That's a bit much for me. We don't have a double jump, so how are we supposed to? I don't. I'm not certain. don't even go that way? Okay. What's over there? Like, there's clearly H. We could save the child. Or we just leave the child there. Okay. How? That I don't. I'm not gonna save that child. Sorry, child, you're just gonna be left in a cage for all of eternity. But know that it is God's will that put you there. It's all God's plan. God's plan. It's the Drake song, you know what I mean. What? So as soon as I put myself on the top, Jesus. I knew something was up with the snow, but I did not anticipate that. Yeah, it's a little long. Let's murderize all of those that we see. Oh, he's just gonna whip himself. Is that deal damage? Does he die from that? Oh, wait. Those dealt a lot more than I thought. That's the accumulation of guilt. Once the penitent one dies, erring in his penance, a guilt fragment is anchored in the world. The weight of the guilt accumulates and reduces. The gain of fervor ensures until his maximum fervor. Guilt fragments recurs. Oh. So that's why our fervor is like that. Got it. Allah. Sure. Got our guilt. Can't leave your guilt hanging around for someone else to collect. That would weigh pretty heavily on our soul. Alright. I can slice the skulls. Yes. Oh, skull slicing before? Let's keep our guilt so that we they're telegraphed, but still. I don't think we can parry that. I don't have the health to explore whether or not we can parry that. Yeah. I don't know if this is the right place to be going. Thank you, cherubs. Those child spirits of even serve. What are you doing here? Oh, got it. I hate it. Could you not? Checking out the scars. Okay, I'm dead. Especially if I stand still and dead. No, we're... I don't think I want to be over here. I think we're going to take one of these other windows and see where that brings us. Just gotta say, not in the mood to just keep dying to the same spot. Not when I know there's other pathways. They're right in my head. You know, I can think about it. We determined that there wasn't anything under that? There's not anything under that. Johnstone, resident, baker's baking. Cool, so that's how those spikes kill you. I assume they weren't great, but they just kill you, straight up. Right? Or did I not have health? I don't. Can I not jump on ladders? Am I interpreting this? You can jump on ladders. That's what I thought. Is it just that you have to... Okay, you just have to up input. You just have to up input is what you got to do. But if you're unable to get that up input... I thought I could up input with the D-pad there and that would solve some of our issues. It did not. What I need... Ooh. That means our guild. Hey, our guild. Like there should be more room than that, right? I'm not crazy in thinking that there's more room than what it gives you. Like when you're grabbing a ledge, you can reach like the whole length of their arm. Like they got grip. We can hop on that, no trouble. We can hop on that, no trouble? We can... Why? I don't understand. Oh, because you're just... I don't mind if I do. The heart of virtuous pain. Okay. With the sword heart, the mea culpa, the altar its properties, the grant powerful upgrades, but this comes at a price. Reset. Rest of a pride end. Access the heart's core. The sword's core to insert a different heart. I guess our sword. Too angry? Chilling. Fooling. The cat just came back in the room. So things are going great. I'm looking up. We got Baker hanging around. Rockstar Jody's getting response to Sloshed. Well, you can't be drinking warm beer. You know how it'd be. Angie, yeah. Angie Baker, Baker Angie. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's kind of a big streamer. The both of you. At this hour? I was gonna say, because you're in Germany, that's a little... Celsius. Okay, but are you coming up here, Cat? Or do you just want attention? Because I feel like we've done this before. You know you can come up on the desk. You will. Yeah. So, fill in too angry the situation here. Yeah. I was gonna say, because it's like 6 or 7 hours. And if it's like 6 or 7, that checks out. There's the cat. Kitten's here, doing kitten things. Do you want to sit on my lap, cat? Or you just want to be pet? Because you could be pet, and I'll do it. This is the show. It's just all cat all the time. Night watch mode will fall asleep soon. Get better. If you don't have a healthy circadian... I thought you were coming up here. Oh, never mind. I just unplugged it. How does you jumping up here unplug the camera? That I may never know. Yeah. Do you know how that works, cat? I'm gonna lay down. Just something big will come up first. You get a little caught. Stuck in the middle, you know how it be. So, trying to crank out some tunes, I presume. You just fool them. So I assume a cold brewski or two helps the creativity flow. Just gets you. Can I? I can. You can just go over to the big cat cam. Yeah. You like that cat. You like that attention. That's good. It's the jam session with the milkman the other day, I thought went pretty well. You were able to be like, hey, have you considered pressing a button? Working with Steve. Oh, yeah. That was a good stream. That's good inspiration. Unless you're implying you're still actively collabing with that man, that'd be devious. Incredible. Could you stand anywhere else so the camera isn't pointed directly at your butthole? Yeah, there. You've already developed a song? Oh, that song? Excellent. Excellent. You do a little workshopping, you do a little collaboration, you do a little working together. And between the two of you, you got the chops, the musical genius. It's true. And I mean, it's not even my face, it's your face. I get a face for my face. Yeah, you are a good kitten. Yes, you are. We, I don't, eh, short of, I know, cat. What I want is like a reverse shot over my shoulder. Like I need like a tripod back there so we can patrol. You know, that kitty getting them good scritches she is. You think I don't pet my cat? You think I don't scritch my cat? You get scritches right on the cheek, behind the ear, back to the cheek again. You just rub your head back and forth so you get scritches on your scritches. Scritches for days, cat. Yeah, you're salivating. So you're a truly little cat. They can't even see it. It's my saliva. They don't get to know. They'll never know. Oh, so it's been a stray cat that came by lately and just sort of hangs around now, I guess. And I wish that Alice would let the stray cat in the house. They also enjoy being pet. They're actually a really friendly cat. Even before I was feeding them, they just hop right up, be like, "Hey, I'm your cat now." If we can get here, if we're gonna be just chatting, we're gonna be just chatting. Do we have? I know we have a little bit of background, a little bit of tunes. I think there's this niche underground. We'll pat every cat. They need it. They deserve it. I think with a new screen, we need a new song, we need a new timeline. Courtesy of Buddy Johnny, 69. You may not bite me. What do you think, cat? Some Jed tune? Groovy, huh? This is garbage we're listening. Our milkman. Milking it out. Just some niche underground Bandcamp artist I think is pretty cool. Make good songs. Goodbye, cat. Milk it up. Essentially berry from poor cool frosty. You do a little audio file. Mixing around. You do a little scheming. Do a little cat's gone. Play that video feed. Listen, there's Judd tunes later. You know how it goes. It's a conquer of the beards of red. Yeah, a lot of red beard. You like that? Is that what you want? You don't want this. Should we put a little break the beard all the way through? We got that dwarf style. Actually, that could look half decent. Get like 3 or 4 of them along the way, like that. I might just do that. Like that sounds formal. Like that's good. Yeah, I could definitely stand to trim down the sides a little bit because that's a little scroogey, but you know, give it a listen. The last one, the flute was still pretty low in the mix. Happens every now and again. The flute just doesn't carry through. Crank. We'll do some crank of the hogs and fix it. We'll fix it all in post. You can always fix it in post. Right, I didn't die. We didn't even lose health. We're just gonna keep going back down. Right. Almost forgot. There are enemies on this level. How did you die? Yeah. The flutes need to be cranked. Crank them hogs, brother. Okay, because that was that window, and this is this window? And this is another window that we didn't go out. Meanscaping the beat laboratory, but we ain't making music. Sick beats. Beating our meat, if you know what I mean. Oh, can I actually... Oh, that hurts. We can actually just chop. How do you get that angle? That doesn't make any sense. Milkman's got to get their supply from somewhere. If it ain't CBT, it ain't milk for me. I usually do some of the hard food things, man. You can win the this. 30 straight seconds, that might be a bad idea. Well, no. Actually, I have to keep going for it. Let's drag out. It is what it is. So yeah, just a solo instrument definitely adds a layer of complexity. Sure, that's how shields work. Give it a little bit of unique originality. Like anyone can make a song. The 60, the collab between Jay-Z, which is Jody from Zealand. Drain my bones called out a milkshake. It ain't shaken yet, but they could be. Threaten me with a good time. Give me a little razzle dazzle. Right, because there's the big lad down here. Or it doesn't even matter if we see the big lad, you can just die to spikes. Which does answer the question from earlier. Are spikes a one-hit kill? And yes. They will just slaughter you. No regard. Wait. Some jetty bro. Jetty bro, I can't see it here. We do a little sipping. We do a little sipping. I'm not dead, I swear. Oh, I should definitely Attend to that. Since I'm in the way. We picked up our harbor mist. Blackberry. Where's my camera? There's my camera. That good stuff. We sip it on. But not on the school night, we don't. It's not a school night. Out of your board. Oh shit. That could be. Really am a bad influence. I made terrible decisions before I met y'all. Is that like a perfect count? Okay. What's that hitbox work? I still don't. Sometimes I have hitboxes. Wish college would teach my children. I'll only teach them critical race theory. That's a resident baker there. It's also a teacher, but like a teacher for teachers. Some sort of corporate espionage scam. You know, it's like the mailman that delivered mail to other mailmen. Judy, I'll show you my idea if I remember when I get home. I know what you mean. I do like those additions you take that show. Yeah. The structure of the Thomas Cage, we can fuck with it. We can fuck with it. We can fuck it till it gets weak in the knees. We can. I stand corrected, I can't. Hardly do shit if my headset's going to go out here. I'm gonna lose hearing in one ear. We're gonna be up a creek. Could be real high wall. That's just me, since I didn't have one of those files. Indeed. Alright, so we determined that there are spikes down there, so we gotta... Don't pull ourselves up. We're going down. Not that far down. Not that far down. Yeah, it's not a concrete idea, but we'll see. I definitely don't hate yours. Find some middle ground, compromise between you. Combine geniuses. I don't even like wine, but guess what? Yeah. Magnesium cheese. Jeez. Always down for some wine. Just spicy grape juice. Okay. Plus I got my battle plan. I don't have a battle plan. I'm saying we could hit him once and then parry. Works very well. Sipping with lightweights. You could always be like, Chow, here's an entire liter. You can sip on that for hours and still not be drunk. Got our girlfriend. That's all we had to do. It's all we had to do. God, I wish I had an entire liter. I mean, do you not buy them by the liter? What's this? Yeah. 0.5 liter, my apologies. No, Skeevy boy. The Scrump's calling. Scrump. Do a little scrumping. Oh, so we do. I see. Because we're going to be back through here, so we can open up these bottom passages now. Then there won't be trash later. screw. What's that? I don't want to get copyright struck for saying lump, but you know the guys in the dead song, right? That's popular. Thank you. Okay, let me knock over this tree too. Hey, hey, that's pretty good. I do like the mountain effect there, because like those are like red hills that are being chroma keyed out. Bring us there. I like that effect. DMCAD's nuts. Fuck Twitch and fuck labels. Yeah. Record labels are bad. Oh, we were actually really close to another. Okay. It's you know what I'm thinking of, right? The lump. By the presidents of the USA. We can do a little copyright infringement, just a little. Just a little. But instead of this, can I add a layer, a screen share layer? Yeah. Except instead of that, we're going to share that screen. Except instead of that, we're going to share a different screen. USA, USA. I mean, it's just the name of the band, unfortunately. I wish that weren't the case. We're gonna be smart about this. We're gonna not do the personal account on stream. Love, slow, Sarah's here. Is this lump out of my head? I think so. Is this lump out of my head?
By advertising on YouTube, I catch the eye of my ideal customers at the right time.
Bet you do. Your YouTube ads. Is this lump out of my head? I think so. Is this lump? In case when I get drunk, dox myself constantly. Never. That's not something you would do. That doesn't sound like Jody. Can you finish playing your ad? By the 9. Also, I'm gonna drop it down a little. Oh, they have a
Sister
follower.
of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the No.
So whatever. Cowboy Bebop, lo-fi, stress, relax. As much as we do love our Bebop and Cowboys, we're gonna just go back to this. We're just gonna
Not place your doubts
kill the
in me.
music. We got a little lumping.
I am ready.
Lumping's good. Lumping's enough. Lumping was plenty. That's enough editing to do with the VOD, you know? We get one DMCA strike. That's enough work. What's behind door number 1? Oh. That's not a goat. It's rare. You are rid of guilt. Excellent. I have none. No guilt. No remorse. Big fan of the art in this game, yeah. The Catholic pixel art. Okay, well, Calgary. Much myself in the dick and do. If I sin, guilt. There's no guilt. No remorse. I go. How do you get hit box all the time? Okay? No. Okay, I assume we just have to parry that, right? We can't parry if we're just dead. A DMCA. Ah! We've gotten a few DMCA strikes in our days. You don't need to emasculate yourself there. Well, hi. Caramba, what are you about? I thought you just whipped yourself. Okay. I can't tell you how many things we have to trim down to. That's a lot of stabbing. The sword just goes through walls, it doesn't climb. That's what I thought we could do. We can just stand right. Who's DMCing you, Cogger? Who got strikes before? Not strikes, just the can't be monetized. So played music that wasn't expressly given consent by the artist. You know how it would be. You know how it'd be. Just a regular YouTube saying, hey, you're not playing your own music, you absolute chump. This isn't where we were before. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is a different basement? This was where we were before. Now we have a shortcut. Yeah, get me into my thoughts, but no damage, right? So it's not like they're really coming to get me. You're just like, hey, fuck you. Oh, if you insist. Don't mind if I do light another bonfire. Cause I edited. Oh. Weight of sin. Plunge attack? None of this artists would personally DMC me. So I know it's just some horny labels and illegal shit. It's all yeah. Unfortunately. The Sacred Thrust. Don't mind if I do. Take our plunge, can I? Oh, I have to. We have to go all the way back. We could put on the Heart of Virtuous Pain, though. Of the Sword Core, plus with defensive powers, can be inserted into culpa, boost blocking stance, increasing its duration, but exposes the penetrate one. Oh. Defense with downs are iframes, I think? Seems fine if I'm bad at the video game. Okay, I get it. You go through the door and then you can come up around. Those are wings. Yeah. Since just record labels trying to make money. Succeeding at it. Oh boy, did they succeed. They really got my 2 cents of ad monetization from AdSense. That's what they call it. That's what Google's ad server is. Hey, I'm not ready for anything over there. Hey. I'll lock guide my sword. Oh, okay. Just gimp you both at the ledge? Cool. That's good to know. Oh, there's Spike down there. There's the child the same. Mind if I do? Mind if we just miss all of our parries? Please die. I can't afford to die here. Go. Down. We got the cervical vertebrae of Zyker. I did not read who they were, but we have their vertebrae. That's good. What if we picked up some more drink? We do a little drinking. Just of the Estus, not any alcoholic beverages. We're complete madmen. Not yet. Just a little degeneracy, you know? I don't have a quad, but I do need to make sure they don't go over. So we've got dragons and dungeons after this. We get to be on Warlock Self in what should be the final battle of the campaign. So it's just balls to the walls, chuck everything at it. That's good. I always like that here. Board games. There's no way I can parry these, right? Give me another one. I want to try to parry it. Yeah, you can't parry that. Oh, did I come out of here? No. What's this? I don't think we can air dodge to get in there. No, upgrading the mea culpa somewhat. Okay, that hurts anyways. Oh. Balls of fire. Just done. It's such a pretty game. Why do you make your enemies this way? Can I parry that? We can give you float higher. You don't like. tell you how to do your job. You may want to get out of your chair. That just doesn't work out well. I think that chandelier's connected to a signal. There's no way it's not. Are up to something. Iron lets us play. Praise be. I don't know what they're up to. They're never up to anything good. Never judge, I tell you. We got Rival Rousers, Troublemaker, a little bit of Iron. Iron keeping that hemoglobin. Yeah, hemoglobin flowing. They'll swing back. Cause I keep thinking it's Dark Souls where you can't pause. But you can actually pause this video game. Just finished beer number 1, so you Gucci. You chillin'. Gotta get those juices flowing. There's one beer. Leads to another beer. Leads to another beer. It's a recursive feedback loop. You can make your way over here today. They done the Alright, I deserve it. Go take a cheeky break from the session and chill with beer number 2. I've been productive AF today. And go. I'm glad that you can do things to get that proper utilization of your time. We got so many days in God's green earth before you collapse. That's just how it be. So in the meantime, you do what you can. Just gotta relax and remember why you work hard. Hard, fall hard. I am upset. Why does that work? But that did. Oh, we can't duck under that. We can jump over that. To heal. Science just might ask us. I feel like I can't really farm that. Just sort of lose it. Just go. I'll reset player. Go sucking hard for you. Yeah, but you know, we do a bit of sucking. We do a bit of sucking. Can't all be low time, you know? Yeah, you're sucking. Imagine internet's not the greatest anymore. We're back to like peasant internet. We're back to that peasant stuff, 50 kilobytes per second. Like I can see we dropped a bunch of frames. Just dropped another one. I'm lagging hard. Why are you dropping so many frames? I don't understand. Oh man, I invested in networks for WoW. Something. I mean, it's not like I can't have better internet. It's just that it's not going to. You finally died. may have to at some point here. No, right in front of the guild. I don't know what that does. I got my stream running between my PC and laptop, and Ethernet was skipping hard for the video link. Now both run on Wi-Fi. I'm living the cream dream. The extreme cream. You just splurt right onto the internet. I didn't lose the souls though. Did I lose them? Yeah, did I tell you Cogger 6 months? Yeah. We replace Wi-Fi internet, and that's more secure. Yeah. Replace Wi-Fi and Ethernet, and that's more accurate. Yeah. It's like, there's definitely the node problem with Wi-Fi. Or, as fun as it is to hardline things, it's just nice to make them work through the air. You have a hitbox? No. I was a ghost get a hitbox. So yeah. Wi-Fi was like 40 megabytes per second. Now Ethernet's coming up 90 megabits per second. That's good stuff. That's high power. And that's enough to run a stream. Okay, apparently I'm still just chopping and dropping a bunch of frames. And it's not the computer side. CPU's cruise. Whatever's going on the other end there. That's good. So let me take a look here. What is my internet speed? Okay, only a little delay on the text, but that's always with Twitch, right? I'm not in low latency mode. It's not like I'm in low latency mode, so it wouldn't even, you know. Run an internet speed test real quick. Like, how fast are we? Because I'm dropping a lot more frames than I want to. Is that a sign that we shouldn't be in 1080p? Yeah. We have 0 upload speed. That's our okay. Okay, Boomer, that's... I'm gonna have to see if I can do something about that. Because that's just not enough to handle the stream. Like, there's... Man. I don't know. I guess I'll look at the VOD and see how bad it looks with all the frames dropped in the middle. Because if it's as choppy as hell as I think it should be, then that's very much no bueno. I'd like to correct that. We could do something about that. Man, that stream is good. TBH? Okay. We're streaming that for 144p to flex out people with eyes. Okay. At this point, we're just going to pull up a PowerPoint presentation and slowly scroll through it. Oh, but it does make a question. Yeah, we can. We could totally bury that. Those fucking nuts to be streamed by PowerPoint. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Don't stab those guys either, though. No stabbing anyone. They can't. I'm pretty sure that can't be parried. Or at least we're not at a good angle to parry it. Looks like we have the big machine, so I'd like to be able to use the big machine. But if we aren't able, we aren't able, you know, but that can't be done. I want McGill. I don't care. You what? Ghost can float through walls? I'm sure it's a ghost that can do that. It's a ghost, so that was always an option. BRB, fresh beer. Fresh beer it is. Look at them. Double check no one's outside in the window. I got some security cams for Black Friday, and I should definitely just put them up. I don't know why we haven't, besides we're a little lazy, you know? Just a little lazy. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Well, got like an hour left on the stream. At least an hour before D&D. We like this game. I like having jokes about it. Too angry, I assume passed out. Cashed out. Secret. A secret behind the secret? Hey. Just one secret. I don't like this secret. What do you think, Kat? Damn, Cole got here gaming. Okay, like, I thought we could just flex on them and just move between them, but at least that final room you have to catch them all. So that's where that plan goes. As easy as it would be to just dodge everyone, we do have to slay. Boss, Queen, slay. Right here, the dead box. Get out of here. I believe in you that you believe there's a version of me that could do that. If we slide down, because our hat's really big. That's a duck hunter. That's a duck hunter, you know? Hunt a couple ducks. Pans out. As long as there's a Jody that believes in me, I can believe that. I'll believe that. Hits to boom, boom, boom. Let this guy float back over. Come on. Yeah. No. Can't stab me, but just float over. Milk these boys for their fervor. Oh yeah. Ledges work in the best possible way. This section here we can just skip. This is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. That wasn't the secret. This is the secret. Secret is you guys have to stab them. Just all get stabbed. Can I pull the ghost? Sure. Do a little parry. Parry in. Damage given to us good. They're giving us that good smack. At the very least, get this back. Not mess up. This last guy takes 5,000 smacks to the head. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We got our secret. We earned this. We got empty bile vessel. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Let's go. Top them more. Top them more. Top them more. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Because the bile vessels are our Estus flags, right? So if we sit again, which I don't know if we'll be able to sit getting hit. Can I sit? Please?
From a place of
Let's get this
blessings
bread,
have I been
comrade.
entrusted with watching over you, penitent one.
Our
Thus it has
conquest
been arranged.
bread is ended. We got the bread. Not that you read Peter Krompkin, but you know. From a place of blessings, I have been entrusted watching over you, penitent one.
My
Thus it
name
has
is
been arranged.
Viridiana.
My name is
I have been
Viridia.
granted a
I have been
gift
granted a
with
gift which I can
you
assist in
carrying
carrying
your
your burden if required.
required.
And if one
Penitent
can make
one
that
in
choice.
silence. Will you require my assistance with your next task?
What do you think, Judge? We take the waifu with us? We always see yes the waifu. We need more waifus. Frankly, if getting waifu is this easy, I'll press A
So
to
be
ascend
it.
the waifu. Thank you, waifu. Oh, wait, goodbye. Top the horn, top the horn, top the E. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. What do we tell you? What do we tell you? Right, and that was all the paths up there, except no, that was all the paths up there, except that path, which was absolute balls. You good, cat? Goodbye, cat. That path was absolute balls. So I guess we're going on this path. Because that path was also absolute balls. We're not going there. So we'll go this way. I've seen this boss arena. I've been here before. Wait, do I have to bring the bile vessel somewhere? Can I bile vessel at my bonfire? We'll have the uvula proclamation. Do a little U. Oh, it's a quest item? Do I have to bring the quest item back to him to get the bile? We don't need it. We don't need it. I don't need no stinking extra HP. We can just walk right in there and give him the what for. I stand corrected. Mommy, please give me more HP. Oh, dear lord, you didn't have to. That was original. Alright, got it.
Edison 1!
Oh, you summoned them for the boss fight. Oh. No, she was just there because I was dead. I don't understand the ramifications of my actions. Did I do good? Is the waifu happy with me? Fragment. Statue. Smash. Smash. So you can pick. Just everything. Okay. Carry all the bosses' moves. So you did a perfect carry of something. Dude.
Edison 1! Edison 1!
Okay, there we go. Oh, do we have the full fervor so we could just magic blast them? But okay. What's the dogs in the back though? My neighbors back here have dogs, and they do dog things. I swear by the 9 divines. They jumped the fence in my yard again. That's it. We're blasting the ass. We were ass blasting them. We were sending them back to 1492. Like they got everything handed to them. We were almost there. We were dangerously close. Like it was. We shouldn't have been able to do that to the boss. Just carry him like that. Just absolutely ruin their day. Looks like they're trying to get ahead. Vines. And the vines deal damage. That also just deals damage. as I can stay alive, she'll just heal me. Okay. Alright. This boss shouldn't be nearly this hard. Like, if you got NPCs just healing me all the time. Sorry, Greatwood, we did summon an NPC. I didn't realize we were, but we're, boop. Guild fragment received. Getting ahead. Haha. Hid. Get our ass handed back. They're gonna hit me either way. That's unfortunate. That's not what you want to see. That's not how you want to go down. As Batman tells us, heroes never go down. Getting ahead. Right, there we are. We're back. The one earbud died. Because we're actually using this mic. So that's neat. That's neat. I enjoy that. I always wanted these mics to work, and now they do. So I hope I don't sound awful. The tomb. Forbidden. Long ago, before nations ruled. Okay. Oh, we just get warped to... I should have sat. That's the same hill. Hello.
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle.
I found the head. They didn't lose it. It's just over here.
Yourself before my most holy body, you have been granted the presence of my golden visage, custodian of one of the three souls of the soul. Our miracle has chosen me amongst all the pious, just as it chose you to walk on the sacred sea. May the gold in my visage, heart of guilt, return now from the dream.
Snap back to reality. Whoop goes friend. I've acquired the holy wound of attrition. Alright. Alright. What is that? I mean, also, I'm gonna go sit. Because I don't want to know what's on the other side of that door before sitting. I have zero interest. I don't want to find out. So I wondered how the slide looked with the green screen going on. It looks pretty good. I like it. So the shrines are a little mountained out. I could definitely get behind that. Because I feel like I need to make more vapor wavy things like that. Just creates this giant
carried out the first you have met. You have yet to prostrate before two realms.
2 more holy visages, and another place to sit. I didn't have to go back. It's good to know that fact. It makes it sound like there's only like 3 bosses. Oh, dear lord. I assume sludge is also not good. An air dash that we need. All those doors go someplace interesting, I believe. Afraid these will stay in this room. Pick up the scaphoid of Fierce the Leopard. This almost sounds like Alone Again or By Love. A little bit. A little bit. I don't know if I can turn it up on your end. Not Not really. Not without losing me. Okay, I'm just gonna. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna do a little bit. Yeah. Had a little bit of the sniffles and didn't want to give you the sniffles on screen. Oh, good lord. I didn't realize so much of the screen was cropped out. So those are all red bricks, and I said our leave. So that's why that is the way it is. I think it's neat. No sniffles, unsubscribe. You don't get the ASMR sniffles. Oh! Okay. I just exploded. Really? Heck, someone's got sniffles. Tried. the vaporwave background because it makes me think of Dark Souls less. Right. This isn't Dark Souls, it's Catholic Souls? It's definitely Souls inspired. Okay, if there's... It's saying there's only 48 cherubs in the game. I thought this game was bigger than it was. I suppose that's on me. What are you ring-a-linging? It's clearly an enemy, right? Like, I don't want to go over there. Right? Wait. Wrong? I don't know, I suppose there's a lot of platforms in space for you, which, that's pretty neat. I would enjoy that. Not that this dark macabre atmosphere isn't cool and all, but it could be even cooler. Maybe I'm destroying the ambiance, but I don't care, it's my stream. Y'all are just living in it. Oh no. I don't want anything to do with y'all. I just want a place to sit. A treasure chest. But I can't sit at a treasure chest. I just have another empty bile vessel. I'll take it back. We like empty bile vessels. Even if they don't help us in this run. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna die soon. Because we just can't get any more help. Are you my mother? No. You're more snot rain in this guy. I was afraid of that. I was very afraid of that. So I definitely think we need upgrades before we do a lot of sewer stuff. Because we have the 2 biles, we could... Are you... Hello?
Blessed
oh, that's
are the
sweet.
eyes that
It's like they're flesh lived in the gutter with Grandma. Hey,
let the ones who are joyful
don't
in
insult the
affliction
gutter
and
like that.
fasting come to me, for they are pleasant penance. 6 sting pains lance my flowery breast. Take the first one and purge one of your 6 mortal stains of the soul.
Whoa, TOS. No booba here. No booba to be found. I assure you, there are no breasts on screen. There's nothing scandalous going on here. OnlyFans is that away, simps. Love it. Okay. We didn't go here earlier. Which means our... Did we go? No. Wait, we did go there. Because I remember climbing this, and this is just an item. bio. Except it actually isn't on Twitch, is it? There's an OnlyFans, don't you worry, Joe. It's all... Because it's mostly just pictures with these thigh-high socks. Which, I thought that was a good idea. That's a good idea for OnlyFans. That's a good idea for OnlyFans. But they keep rejecting my banking information. That... Because I did change the URL from Lightning Cock to Lightning Socks. Rejected my ID too. Yeah, they do that. Like they're... I don't know how anyone's supposed to make content on OnlyFans. And they just keep rejecting everyone that wants to go on the platform. Oh, got it. Poison just hurts. Because we went up top last time, right? We were over here. We went over there. There's nothing over there. We just ring our bell. And this is where we died. This is where I watched my parents die, Raphael. Ow. Ow. I don't want any part of that. That was awful. We already... At least the knockback doesn't toss you off of the platform, actually. What? Oh. I see. They look at your beautiful baby face and say you couldn't be a day over 18. Right. I had 0 health. Bitch. Alright. I think... as fun as this is, Juds. Just getting my shit kicked in. I'm gonna go get my soul and quit there. Quit off from there. Hit him with my gravy face instead. Haha. You've really shown them. Don't look a day over 27. What are you talking about? You got that youthful complexion. Okay, do a little tanking. You do a little tanking. So determine. Do we definitely need to go back and upgrade some things? Because doing this without the upgrades is, yeah. I know, you're 3 decades in. Old as balls. That's why you gotta gas you up, you know. I feel like you're still one of the kiddos, good lord. This sludge does so much damage. Does too much damage, Juds. This is where we died. By doing dumb things, getting hit in the face. Alright, I want to quit out. Can I quit out? Game options. No! Okay, yeah, we can exit the main menu from here. don't know if that saves our stuff. Although we have to be really close to the end of this sewer. There's no way we're not right there. Right there. Right there. We've got to have another bonfire soon. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Hey. A lever that I can pull. Oh, does that mean the other lever was already pulled, but I never pulled? Where am I? What is this place? I thought the sewers were almost done. I don't have the strength. Well, it's behind door number 2. Ah, the Mountains of Endless Dusk. Alright. Okay. We're not going there right now. Wait, do I want out of the desecrated cistern? Does this take me back? Almost. Almost. We're a couple rooms off. That's a boss. Oh no. That's a boss arena. I am not. If there's a boss fight, there has to be a bonfire nearby. Ah, a barrel. This is a fast travel, right? Are we... Oh. Never mind, this is off the map. Oh, this is where our bones go. It's the catacombs we fill up. Okay. Hey, we are back at the beginning. Okay then. Let's go. Let's go. Because this is the place we can actually spend our souls. Cool. So now we have new abilities. Not all of the abilities. Let's do a little rating. See who's online. Make sure to set it a bonfire. They're still healing the sick people. Now they're healing the sick people on a vaporwave moon. It's good. It's nice. That's what you want to see. I forgot. This is our door out of here. Got it. Not you. And the bonfire. Alright. Who's live? Who's about? Who's kicking that we can still raid? Who's I? We got pings, we got... Okay. If we're tabbed out of the game, we do have our Judd tunes as we get out of here. Add it on Discord for some reason. Sure, it's not important. Nothing really. Z's on. Really? Let's see Z. Heck. He's a, I think he's a lovable screwball. A bit of a goof. A bit of a gaff. I think he just sort of does whatever he likes. Gotta remember how to spell. You know why we were added? Squid's just. I hate to gas up Z and leave. If I know how to spell saltiest. Steal Jetty's music and just. In the middle of the night. It's actually pretty dim out. Like, this is dark. Like, real night hours. Says the sun no longer falls on your fence. To go see the saltiness of all the squids in the sea. So get this shit. Let's get this shit. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
He's been busting out some good shit lately. He's showed me some shit. Yo, no way, dude.